comments. If you are someone with any kind of neurodivergency and it manifests or shows up as you not liking touch or people touching you, I do not want to see you in the comments. Okay? But I feel like I'm dying from like touch starvation, y'all. I don't get hugs. I don't know. I feel like if I were to get the kind of hug that I fucking really want, I would crumble into pieces.
So yes, we're back again with another video. I know it's been a couple of days. I've received a strike on my account. And I always notice when I do a video that challenges the agents, we have exposed the agents in the manosphere. Anytime I do a video, I notice I get some type of copyright or some type of something. And my channel is not even that big. You notice, you see this? This is how you know there is an agenda, there is censorship, and there is a bigger enemy at play. But I'll get into that on another video. And you come in, make sure you like and you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'm going to get into this video. I know it's been trending. I know a lot of reactions have taken place with the touch starvation TikTok viral video. You have a woman, and what I'm trying not to do now, and I never really did it anyway, which is bully, pick on, and belittle, talk down to anybody who's dealing with some type of hardship. You're going to deal with losses. You're going to deal with things that are going to affect your psyche. If you go through a drought, that can take a toll on your psyche. If you go through a breakup, that can take a toll on your psyche. So you must have the mental durability and the strength to understand that you're not going to win them all. You are going to go through hardships. What people do, what most weak people do, they run from the hardship or they try to cover it up with pleasure. They seek outlets of pleasure to numb the issues, the depression, the insecurities that beat them up every day, whether that's with retail therapy, dates, sex, alcohol, drugs, you have a number of vices that people choose to use to cope with the issues that they have deep inside them. Here is one of them in particular. This woman states that she has not been hugged in a manner which she feels a connection. Now, we have the back and forth. If you get on social media, Facebook, Instagram, you see men and women going back and forth every day. And I'm going to advocate for men in particular because men do not get it. Women have lied so much that the lie becomes true. This is why women continue to perpetuate the same talking points, because the same way religion was beat into us to believe these false prophets are real when we know they're not because they haven't shown any proof, is the same with these talking points and these relationship dynamics. They say the same thing. Notice you never seen women unanimously come on a post or make a post and say, you know what, ladies, we were wrong about this. You notice how they're always right about everything, yet their reality does not reflect that they know as much as they say they know. You see how that works? So you can say that they are responsible for the dynamic in which you have this woman being a victim of. Having too high set of a standard, you cannot expect a standard in which you do not meet. I'll say that again. This is why I chose to abstain. I'm in a state of abstinence right now. I'm not dealing with any women on any intimate level. I do come in contact, rekindles, but I do not feel the incentive or the motivation to pursue it any further than maybe a text. They get no response after a few texts because women do not, at a certain level, a certain age, women are not coming to you to give you or to add anything as far as value to you. They're looking to see what they can take or see what you can give them. So women created a environment in which It is transactional at best. I'm watching a few videos where men are pretty much coming out saying they caught their women cheating, their wife is leaving them due to a financial hardship. I've experienced all of these things, yet chose to endure. I chose to double down on my grind, and now my finances are looking very, very great. My businesses are flourishing. Things are coming to fruition. Most men cannot stand in that fire because they can't take it. So they seek pleasure. You see them on the internet. They're bullshitting in the same fashion the women are bullshitting. Imagine that, where you have the women and men doing the same thing. What do you think you're going to get? So when you see this as a man, the best advice, when you see everybody going right, you go left. Or you would be in a similar situation that this young lady is in, saying how it feels like she's dying inside because she's not getting a certain level of intimacy. See, men can take being alone because most men won't get the level of attention that women will get anyway from the opposite gender, unless they do the work, which is where the standards come from. Your standards do not come from people telling you you're beautiful, you're this. This is why women can easily leave relationships. I'm sure this woman had relationships in the past in which she took for granted, thinking she's going to get the next, she's going to get another one, she's going to get another one. That's why these women can leave these relationships so much, because they do not work or invest the same amount of time, energy, and effort that the men invest, which is why the divorce rates look the way they look. So when you stand in that fire and you rebuild yourself after a loss, after a failure, you set the standards based upon what you've endured. That's why certain conversations, you can't talk to me about certain things. Certain people think they can just get on the internet and have a certain conversation. You're not doing any community work. Are you, going to these schools like me and my organization? Are you setting up workshops on the weekends to show these boys how to build themselves in athletics, academics, entrepreneurship like me and my organization is? Absolutely not. So you can't talk to me about what's going on in the community because you're not in the field doing the work. That's why I do not go back and forth with women about relationships. If you were to ask most women, most people in general, what do you think about the BRIC situation, the currency exchange is going with China, Saudi Arabia, etc.? And this is public news that pretty much has hit mainstream media, social media, etc. If they don't know what's going on with things that are public information, what makes you think they know the deep intrinsic things that you have to really go and study, observe, cross-research, cross-examine, etc.? What make you think they would know that? What make you think they would know about pair bonding and the levels of sex and the body count correlation to pair bonding with future men? If they don't know about public information, you can't expect them to know about these dynamics and sciences that you have to really take the time out to learn and study. But you have men going back and forth, and you think these women are listening to you. You're just a pastime. These women make dumbass posts daily, and you are in the comments looking just as foolish, thinking that you're saying some profound perspective, and they're going to take it and apply it. You're just a pastime. They're bored. So they'll use you to pass their day by. If they work a boring job, you'll be the muse. You'll be one of the muses to help them pass their day by. If they don't have anything going, you'll again be one of the muses that helps pass their time by. And they'll look up and they'll be in their 30s and 40s having these same exact arguments, looking foolish, hoping people will forget that, hey, you were saying and doing the same shit 8 years ago. I thought you knew what you were talking about. You see how that works? But again, touch starvation, I would say, is a real thing. Men get lonely, women get lonely. But the thing with women, they think they're going to be forever young. You see the older women, how they're still thirst trapping, twerking, dancing in their late 30s and 40s as if they're in their 20s. wearing the fake eyelashes and the baby hairs on their heads like they're in their 20s. Trying to compete with the younger women and going to lose every time. This is why you must get out the way. You must choose your battles wisely. You must choose your lane. If you see everyone going right, you go left. This is the future that they've created, and they will have to lie in the bed in which they made. But this is a sad video to see a woman actually record herself breaking down because she does not love herself enough to say, you know what? People don't have to accept me. No one has to accept you because you think you have been entitled your whole life. You think you can just show up and people are supposed to love and accept. No. You do the work. You make yourself better. Men have the obligation to elevate. If they don't, again, you will adapt or you will get phased out. That's why I go to the gym. I make sure I work out. I make sure I maintain a certain weight, a certain style, a certain look. I do the work, and the work you have to sacrifice some of the fun, some of the downtime that you see other people engaging in the meaningless banter. You will have to miss out on that. You see them in the club taking the shots of Casamigos, smoking the blunts. You'll have to miss out on that. It's okay. See how I plan my playtime. I plan it strategically. I pretty much have the dates out of this year, which I'm going to kick it hard. Everything else will be work and self-development and improvement. You want to play all day because you have no purpose. So you seek pleasure. She doesn't have a purpose. She probably works a meaningless job. She's not doing the work. She's not in the gym. She's not a bad looking woman, but she has not taken the incentive to say, I'm going to be the best version of myself. No one can or will love you unless you love yourself. This is why I set the bar very high. I treat myself well. I love myself. So if you're not going to give me that or more, it won't be accepted. It won't even be entertained. And that's fine. So you cannot ask anyone to love you no more than you love yourself. You're tearing yourself down, eating chitlins, pork chops, everything that destroys your body, putting hookah inside of your body. How can you expect someone to give you genuine organic love when you don't give it to yourself? That does not make sense. You cannot help anyone that does not want help by helping themselves first. People are looking to latch on to something that's going to save them. They're looking for a salvation. But no one is coming to save you. You must save yourself. But take this video as a omen and as a cautionary tale that, some of you ladies, you're going to be phased out because you think you're forever young and you think you're going to get the same attention in 10 years that you're getting now. And it's simply not the case. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.